What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 263 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast, your first episode of 2024. Bah, 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 bah. We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. Or joining me as always, I am messing up on the intro and the outro. I'm just like jumping ahead all over the place here.
It's the first episode.
Yeah, first episode of the year. 7 days in, no big deal. Joining me as always, we got the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
All right, y'all, play everything you can because Dawntrail's coming out.
We got the Ray Trace Durag Madrid Devon.
I don't have anything to say.
And we got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
I unhoed myself from that RNG.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Go's Community Day. We're going to be talking about Shin Megami Tensei 3. We're going to be talking about Dawntrail and all the news coming out of the Tokyo Fan Fest. And we're going to talk about Resident Evil and zombies. All right.
SMT three things are happening.
All right. Well, I have that on the notes. So, I mean, since SMT3 is actively hoeing you right now, what do you think about SMT3? What made you get back on SMT? What made you pick back up SMT3? And I'm just judging by your posture. You're playing on the Switch, so
I mean, yes. Basically,
it's 2024, Jalen.
Pokemon. Basically, Pokemon. Basically.
Okay.
I was like, I kind of want to play an RPG.
Hmm?
That's a little bit of monster collecting, but I don't want to play Pokemon. Oh, right, I have SMT3.
There you go.
That's literally it.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be. That's on Steam now, right? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you no Steam Deck? You're kicking it with the Switch.
I mean, I've had it on Switch for so long. It's like I'm not gonna buy another copy of this just to have it on my Steam Deck. My Switch plays it just fine.
Fair.
Yeah.
How far are you in it?
I started a new run so I could do a strength build because the main file that I've been playing on has a magic build. And so I'm trying to grind out 6k Maka so I can get the Magatama that has force resistance so I can do Matador.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Matador fight's where I quit playing. I was like, yep, I'm just gonna put this down.
That's
That's
And
the
then,
filter. That's the
it
filter.
it was Anton's copies through SharePlay basically. So I don't have access to it either. So I'm just like, well, SMT5, it is.
Yeah, because going into that fight without force resistance, difficult. Not too bad, but I could probably do it. But I'm like, eh. Also, I want all the Magatamas so I can unlock the Masako fight, I believe it's called. Masakado. That fight.
What's that fight? And wait, the Makatamas are what you're trying to get.
Yes.
And what are those?
Those basically determine what abilities you can learn every time you level up or when you level up. And it determines your weaknesses and affinities.
So it's like gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if I remember correctly, once you slot it in, it would give you like a certain kind of build, like an archetype for a build, essentially.
Oh, so it's like
But that's also how you get some of your
Artifact?
moves.
or something like that, like Artifact in Destiny, or like
I mean, like, it literally just determines what abilities you can learn, your affinities, and it gives you some extra stats in certain places
I'm
based
just
on
gonna
like
look up what this is so I can get a visual.
You said it only and then named like 4 things. So I mean, it only controls how your character is laid out. Besides,
Makatama, Shin
you really
Megami
don't do shit for real,
Tensei.
for real.
I mean, yes, but it's one of those. They're designed to be swapped out. For example, if you don't want, there'll be times where it's like you don't want any of the moves from the Magatama, but you need the resistances for a particular
Oh,
fight.
Magatama.
Yeah, Magatama.
Yeah,
I,
like the beads.
Except they're like weird worm things. Anyway,
Yeah,
okay. I have a visual. So it's like a skill tree.
kinda.
kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I said archetype because it gives you the attacks, strengths, and weaknesses type shit.
Yeah,
So it's like it. You played SMT5?
I mean, a little, but like,
It's literally like
So
if you could in
little.
Pokemon choose your Pokemon's type and pick their moves. Pick what pool of moves they have. That's what it does.
okay. So you're trying to get one of all of the different types of Magatamas to unlock what?
A boss fight. That if you win, you get a Magatama that resists everything but Almighty.
Okay.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I'll take resist everything.
Like, just reading the list of all of them, there's a long ass. Well, it's not too long.
Like Chris,
but-
you remember some of those like random encounters you would run into, and it would be like a oh shit, I'm thinking of the treasure demon. It's basically like a treasure demon fight, but take the like. Have you ever had any of the Magatamas? It's like one's always smiling, one's always pissed off.
Yep.
One looks kind of scared. Yeah, so it's like that because I weren't those they would give you something special like when you beat them in
Oh,
S&P.
a fuck ton of EXP.
Yeah.
Fuck ton of EXP.
Sometimes rare items. Like, if they weren't auto-generated and like, you would farm them if you could.
Mm.
Because they're hella valuable. But yeah, just it was supposed to be an easy, quick little, run through of the game.
Oh, John.
Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, right. I forgot. You have to buy the Magatama that gives you force resistance. And you need that one specifically. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, since you brought up Pokemon yesterday, I finally got Chris to come out to a Pokemon Go community day. I
I
think
was out there.
Chris had enough fun to actually understand
I
why I've been
mean-
doing them.
No, it was a solid time. We walked like an 8K worth of a distance, but it was a great time. Got my exercise in. I understand now what it's like to get shinies.
And go.
Even though
specifically,
it
'cause
like
it's not
an
like a,
hour in, it took an hour in just to get a single shiny for me. But
so it
It
was
was
hilarious.
what it was.
My first encounter during it was 2 to 5 p.m. My literal first encounter was a shiny.
Mhm.
And then it took Chris multiple hours. But then
yeah,
what was your total at the end? Did you ever check?
11.
11? Okay, so
Yeah. I think like you stopped getting shinies, and for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I started getting shinies. And then, like, I think the last 30 minutes, it was just like,
everybody
just go. Yeah. Get in there, get as many shinies as you can. I ended up with 11. It was cool.
I ended up with 15. I
Do you
have
keep all of them? Because I just, like, I feel like my first
I don't
instinct
know.
is just,
I
like,
have
I don't give
never
a
had
shit.
more than like an excess of 2 shinies before. Like the rate was like broken. So I currently, yes, I have all of them, but they use a lot of transport energy to get into Pokemon Home.
Wait, hold on. There's like That shit's
That means.
it has a limit on it. It's not unlimited transfers to Pokemon.
I mean, it is unlimited, but it has like energy. It's like one of those things where they're trying to get you to spend money. So it's like
specifically
They're
just.
gotchifying. This is just for Pokemon Go. They're gotchifying sending Pokemon to
no,
Pokemon Bank.
No, there's no RNG. It's just
right?
limit.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it's
like,
it's
is it
the
only
lim-
Pokemon Go that
I
you
mean,
have to spend this energy on?
Anything with a limit like that, I liken that to like mobile games, and all mobile games are gotcha games to me, and all gotcha games are mobile games. So that type of
It's a
system,
very
Overwatch was a
not
gotcha
wrong.
game.
It is a very
That's forcing
mobile
you to
game
pay.
thing, but it's not a gotcha game thing.
it's all the same shit to me. That's the point that I'm making. I'm not saying that I'm right, but this is how I view.
I don't. I
It's all
also
the
don't
same
think you're
shit.
wrong. So wait, is it only Pokemon Go you have to pay money to like send Pokemon
No,
to
you
your
don't.
Pokemon home?
You do not have to spend money at all.
But you can.
Yes.
Is it
you-
okay? Is Pokemon Go the only Pokemon game you can spend money to send Pokemon to Pokemon home?
Okay, so Chris, let me just start because it seems like you're like on square 5 of this and like upset, and like from square 1, it's like a lot more straightforward. So we caught shinies in Pokemon Go yesterday.
It was tight.
My Pokemon Go account is connected to my Pokemon Home account.
Mhm.
Pokemon Home is like $5 a year. It's some nominal fee that just every time I realize I don't have it, I just buy it and then it's fine. And even if your subscription lapses, your Pokemon are still there. You just can't access them.
I'm coming back for you.
At
Behind a literal paywall.
I was worried because it only shows you like the free storage is only 30 Pokemon. So when you first log in and your subscription has lapsed because you haven't thought about playing Pokemon in long enough that you're not paying for Pokemon Home, it shows you only 30 Pokemon and you're like, oh shit, there were thousands in here. Like,
Is this what Professor Oak and Bill do? Like with the Pokemon in the PC? But
Definitely Bill.
your mom ain't paid me with what you've been winning, so
So
I'm sorry.
okay, so that's step 3. We're step 4.
all right. So there's the Pokemon Go transporter that lets you send Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home.
Uh-huh.
It has a energy meter that if you are not sending shinies, like you can send a considerable amount. Shinies just require more energy to send. And that recharges for free.
Okay.
And so, but there's an option where you can pay Pokecoins to recharge the energy on the transporter.
To send more Pokemon. To send more Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my only question was, like, if I was playing Alpha Sapphire and I wanted to send Pokemon to Pokemon Home, does that do the same thing? Or is
No.
it only Pokemon Go that does the energy?
Yeah.
Because because specifically you're like playing Pokemon Go to catch Pokemon, so I guess it makes sense in a way. And Pokemon Go is free. Like, I haven't spent any money on Pokemon Go, so this is how they're making their money.
I've.
I mean, I'm trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do the same thing I'm doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not spending any money on these like mobile games.
I mean, that's fine, and it's.
I'm still having a good time.
I'm surprised you
probably
didn't
not
run out of
having.
like stuff yesterday.
I almost did. I was down to 3 Ultra Balls, but we were done. And I was like, okay, cool.
Over here sweating bullets.
I was like, shit. I'm glad it's 5 o'clock now.
I couldn't catch one more.
No, it was a solid time. Like, I got to understand the routes and like getting the Zygar or whatever
You got a
little
Zygarde
tokens.
cell. You did
Yeah,
the
it was
trade
cool.
with the dude at the end of the route.
Yeah, it was cool to actually do. I like honestly my extent of Pokemon Go has literally been like, what can I do on my way to work? Spin some Pokestops and like catch a Pokemon and send a gift if I remember to. And so Saturday was awesome. It was just like playing Pokemon Go at its fullest back in the day, but like updated many years and with like so many more features. And it was awesome. It was Pokemon Go is in a solid state.
Right. We were taking over gyms. We were doing raids. So the
We
worst
walked a
part,
really long time
yeah.
just to get our ass handed to us.
The thing was, like, we were all like, all right, we're going to go do this raid, try and get an Ultra Beast. Ultra Beast had hands. It killed like
Yeah,
13 Pokemon for me. It just. Because the
yeah,
thing was.
I died 18 times. I was like, I'm good. Time's
So,
running out. There's 20 seconds left. I'm not jumping back in this.
yeah. So,
It was fun. It was cool actually, like also meeting new people. Like we didn't like hang out with new people, but like just seeing other groups of people having a good time. It was nice to see Pokemon Go alive and well. And just like the small interactions of like, have you caught other Pokemon? Yeah, we caught some Rowletts, we got some shinies. It was awesome. Like it was a good feeling.
I got a Hisuian Braviary out of a raid. I got a Rockruff out of a raid and a Rockruff out of an egg, so.
I got a Polygon out of a
Oh,
raid.
yeah, Porygon.
Polygon.
I got a Polygon.
Should get that checked out.
Right. Like I didn't start with Gen 1. Jesus.
But yeah, we did. We got a Shadow Porygon out of like a Shadow Raid, so the only one.
Shadow Raid Legends.
Shadow Raid.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh man.
Brought to you by this week's sponsor.
So they have Shadow Pokemon now too?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they probably had them.
Oh yeah, it
Yes.
comes from like
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket, Gale of Darkness. You got to purify them, all that kind of shit.
What if I don't want to purify them?
I mean,
You can't use them.
Yes, you can. You totally
can?
use
Shadow
yes,
Rush and
100.
Shadow
Can?
Yes, 100,000,000% you can use Shadow Pokemon. I didn't purify my Porygon because apparently it's like a way you're supposed to check if it's worth purifying them, because sometimes like their combat power will raise, but like it messes up like their EVs, like, so that's why I didn't purify mine that we got from that raid.
I said I was purifying it. You didn't give me these. You didn't like say, "Hey, bro, hold on 1 second."
Because
You're
I
saving it
wasn't
for this
sure.
moment.
I'm still not 100% sure, Chris. I show first.
Purifying shouldn't do anything. That's fucked up. Pokemon Go is fucked up for that. If
But
he
you
does-
totally, let me see, where you can 100% use Shadow Pokemon, so
Yeah, but I don't want to.
why
I
not?
was taught on a GameCube not to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could use them
why
on the
did they-
GameCube.
Why did they tell you not to?
Yeah,
use
you could use them on the GameCube, but it was like a bad thing to do that because every time you use the Shadow move, it hurt your Pokemon. It was like a disadvantage, even though those moves were stronger. It was a disadvantage because you're losing health.
All right, so you purified it. It's fine. It's no longer a
So
Shadow
sad.
Pokemon.
Right. It is sad. You
You
don't.
eat these leftovers and deal with it.
I was a goddamn child. I don't want my Pokemon to hurt. I had empathy back then.
That's it.
That's what we're
Being
lacking
edgy.
now. We're lacking some empathy.
Yeah, purifying your Shadow Pokemon was always the better option in the games, though.
It was.
They couldn't evolve.
Oh, that's also true.
Yeah, what if I don't want my
I
cute little guy to
wonder.
turn into a doofus?
Can my
Get an Everstone.
Let me see if I can evolve, because that would actually be like a valid point. Because I know you can evolve purified Pokemon. Let's see.
You can evolve Purify. Oh yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's regular
the
Pokemon.
Yeah,
You
let me
can.
see. Shadow Pokemon. No, yeah, you can evolve Shadow Pokemon.
Well,
What
never
the
mind. They changed
I
it.
have an Oddish, Cubone, Rhyhorn, Porygon, Aerodactyl, Numel, Regigigas. Yeah, those are all my
You have an
Shadow Pokemon.
Aerodactyl?
Yeah.
That's a pretty edgy team.
I mean, I took them all from Team Rocket, so
That tracks. Wait,
Yeah.
you could just straight up steal their Pokemon?
it's like you
Yeah,
have
you
to
fight
battle
them, and then you beat
and then
one of them.
whatever
You
their
get one of their
first
Pokemon.
Pokemon was,
Only the first one?
usually, Regigigas is Giovanni's last Pokemon. But yeah, other than that, they'll usually use a first form, like versions of like coughing, like Team Rocket Ekans, Team Rocket
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I don't want those bullshits.
No. Fuck them.
I mean, coughing was kind of fire though. Like what you
Right, Galarian
You know what I'm
Weezing
saying?
is
he had the
one
black
that I
lung.
still want, because we got a considerable amount of Hisuian Pokemon out of like doing research and stuff. The day
Black lung.
what?
Wheezing.
Oh, but yeah, we got a bunch of Hisuian Pokemon, and
We
so
did.
I got Growlithe, Sneasel, Braviary. That might have been it. Maybe Voltorb. I feel like there was one more, but we got a bunch of those out of eggs. So Chris,
y'all
are
think
you
Voltorbs are? Y'all think they're edible?
Hisuian Voltorbs 100%? They're vegan.
They're wood.
They're plants.
I mean, you crack that shit open, it's probably like
Nutmeg in there.
just yeah, it's just like all like fruit in there. You know what I'm saying?
So you're making a pie?
You can use his own bark to cook it.
I said
That
might-
nutmeg. I
that might
meant
be kinda
Nutella, but
That's fucked up. I mean,
a Voltorb's a Wonder Ball.
it's efficient.
Yeah.
It's full of candy that's more appealing to me than the shell that it comes within.
Can we talk about Voltorb? So if Voltorb's a man-made, in every game, it's been like a man-made kind of Pokemon.
Yeah.
You only find it in like, I don't know, Georgia power stations.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
Hisuian
they-
Voltorb you find out in the wild.
Right. So did regular Earth-made Voltorbs go extinct? So we made Voltorbs in their
extinct?
images?
I don't feel like they're extinct.
What happened was we took the old school Voltorbs, right?
Uh-huh.
Experimented on them
Mhm.
and turned them into the modern day Voltorb, and we used them at power plants to make
See,
power.
The
to
power
sell to people.
plant Voltorb is plant based because it's made of wood. And where do you find the future ones? At the power plant.
I see you. But also at the same time, Voltorb's electrical like special attack is smaller than most of the electrical Pokemon, so it's the least efficient Pokemon to use. So just because it looks
Yeah, but you can
but it-
throw them at somebody.
You can. But is it because they don't look animal-like? Is that why the Pokemon world's humans justified using them as material?
Yes. Plus, they cooked them up in a laboratory,
That's
so
fucked
they
up.
really didn't care.
That's true.
And then they designed the Pokeball off of the
Based off
Voltorb
their image,
design.
is Voltorb Jesus?
What?
Oh my god. No.
Voltorb gives
No.
the power
No.
and the light. They based Pokemon balls off of their image.
Sounds
and their
like a youth
likeness.
pastor.
Exactly. See, here we go.
That's not a good. That was okay.
It's not a great thing.
That's the
That was
opposite
not
of a
a
good
compliment.
No, youth pastors are terrible.
Are they? Is it? I'm not versed in youth pastor lore. I just think they're funny.
I don't know. I
They're
think
manipulators at the young age, trying to manipulate kids into following a religion instead of making ideas themselves.
See, I'm concerned because this is where we went from Voltorb. Like, when we actually go, like, the next community is Porygon, and if I take Chris, I'm really concerned about the road he's going to go down because.
Are Porygons edible?
No, because
No.
Porygons like Digimon are digital.
Digital monsters.
Porygon is a Digimon.
How
What
does
about
that prevent you
Porygon 2 and or
from
Porygon 3?
eating it?
Those are Digimons under different condition
The shit's
based
literally made of.
Digivolution.
It's literally made of chips. What do you mean? Like, let's go.
Wrong chips.
But
They
wait,
still get chomped.
but Porygon can attack like live Pokemon. So
Live-
is he
Yeah,
Yeah,
digital?
didn't you
monsters.
see Greymon fight whatever that parrot Digimon was in the real world and fuck that entire area up?
I did not. I guess I should have.
That's because they
Or
really
the entire
existed.
season of Tamers. Just like those Digimon were just living in the real world.
Yeah, thus they were real.
Yeah. Okay. So they're not digital monsters.
They're real
Porygon is
monsters.
digital.
Ah, real monsters.
Can you eat that Pokemon?
And also Pokeballs, the reason why Pokeballs, I really think someone just named a fruit after Voltorb. I really think they were like, oh, because Pokeballs were made out of fruit.
Well, they were.
Yeah, apricots or
No, I know what you're talking about, Chris, but like if we're looking at all
was
of
that
this
debunked in
the
Gen after Gen 2?
I mean, each gen retcons the previous one.
Yeah,
that's
like there's no consistent story or lore to any of this. So
Yeah.
In each
now you
series,
3D
retcons another.
print, like legitimately in the Scarlet and Violet DLC, you 3D print Pokeballs. So
Oh,
I mean, they haven't
Yeah.
been made out of fruit in a while.
you can get efficient with shit like as you progress. We weren't like
I'm just
3D
saying, in
printing
the
toys.
Hisuian games that took place, or the Hisuian
Oh.
game that took
They were
place
3D printed?
canonically, no.
They were made out of wood or fruit.
Wood.
Wood.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel
You
like we're
said
just
fruit 'cause you were like-
Because that's what they
leaves
said
it
in
all.
Gold and Silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the apricots and all of that was in Gen 2. But
Which kind of started out like the dive ball and all the nest and everything. What are they all made out of now?
They're just
They're
designed
3D
for specific
printed.
things.
Well,
now they're made
they
out
weren't
of
3D
filament.
printed in Hoenn.
Yeah, they're factory made, just not 3D printed.
That's fair. What's his face from Gen 2 was really bad at it. Carl? I think that's what his name.
Yeah.
He was bad at doing it.
I mean,
he had to
I'm
wait
sure.
a whole
I'm sure you can
24
get
hours
those-
just to get it.
I'm sure you can get those non-GMO Pokeballs like made fair trade straight from the source. You got to get them bitches.
Pokeballs.
You got to get them bitches shipped in though.
Yeah, it was him in whatever town. It was bad. You had to wait a whole 24 hours just to get the Pokeball.
Kurt.
And then I forgot. Yeah, Kurt. I forgot they were there.
Fuck you,
Swear to
Kurt.
God. I never went back to that useless ass town.
It wasn't even a
They
town,
should
it
have
was
put
like
him in
a
Goldenrod.
It's like an edge of the map, kind of.
Yeah.
It was just a Gen 2 area where Team Rocket just so happened to be, and you never went back there because there was no point. Goldenrod, you went back there multiple times based on story. They placed him in a bad area. Gen 2 has problems. I love it.
All right. Well, speaking of things you love, last night, as of recording, was the Final Fantasy XIV Tokyo Fan Fest. We got a huge keynote from Yoshi P. We got the full Dawntrail trailer, which
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, the way they were treating it, like they actually got me hyped. They just hit too many times back to back with things I was excited about that I was like, yeah, I'm officially hyped. And it's this year.
This year.
We don't have a date because Yoshi P said he's like, for the first time in my career, I had to delay when we delayed Endwalker, and I don't want to have to do that again. So until we have a concrete date that we can legitimately say and know we can stick to, we're not going to say a date. Because this would have been like the event where they would have announced the release date. So a lot of people were expecting it. But,
That's
I
fair.
mean, yeah, I'm like, take your time. It's fine. He's like, we said summer for Final Fantasy 16, and it came out in June. And we're saying summer for Dawntrail. So,
Which is like, June is early summer, so that's pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking one of those J months. That sounds good.
June, July, I'm here for it. I mean, I feel like they've consistently hit in June.
Yeah, that would be perfect because I would be on to my next arc, my next story arc. Thus, hopefully, I'll have time to really sink my teeth into. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like whatever I'm playing, if I'm playing like in deep into something, I'm still gonna just jump onto Dawntrail. It doesn't matter.
I know.
Everything they've
Dawntrail
shown had just like
takes priority
I'm
over
here.
everything else.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in it to fucking just dive into all of this content. They have not showed me a single thing that just turns me off to the next expansion. It's just
Honestly-
been so beautiful.
honestly, my biggest thing is going to figure out what what job I'm going to try to play through Dawntrail on. Like, that's the biggest issue for me.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's always in the post game. I'm thinking it's going to be Ninja because I got my Ninja to 90. But yeah, it's usually in that like post game, that last couple patches, you start feeling something and you're like, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Or the grind to get ready, make sure you're geared. Maybe you'll see something and be like, because we still, the Job Actions trailer, they still have like all these different trailers that we got for Endwalker and Shadowbringers and all that stuff. We're going to be getting those for Dawntrail, so
I mean,
it's lit.
yeah, I'm probably gonna do.
Did they show any of the reworks yet?
No.
no.
Okay.
The one thing they did give a release date to is patch 6.55, which will introduce the female Hrothgar that'll be with you in Dawntrail. So we know that'll be January 16th. They're doing 24-hour maintenance, and they're like, chat was like, oh, it's getting ready for Xbox players, because isn't that beta supposed to start soon for 14 Xbox players?
Probably.
Yeah, I think they're doing something with the with the Japanese servers.
Yeah. So they said they're taking it down to rework some of the tech on the Japanese servers, but they did it for North America already. So
the open beta for Final Fantasy 14 Online will begin February 21st
on Xbox.
for
Okay.
Xbox. Yeah.
So it's going to be an influx of players from February. Queue times for Dawntrail are going to be atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they're doing this for Xbox early.
Yeah, but
I know they have so much content to go through, and it's gonna wean players in and out. Like you're not gonna get players that like people that wanted to play 14 that don't like 14, which is kind of a hard thing to recognize. But people aren't gonna like, and not everybody on Xbox is gonna like 14. But at least it's gonna get people who are casually coming in instead of all of them at once. At least 4 months before the next expansion comes out.
yeah,
Yeah. Before they try to let me try this out, and it's like
Yeah.
they have to go through server savage.
I
first
think,
to get in.
yeah, I honestly think that Dawntrail will kind of be more of the same of Endwalker than we do expect since Xbox is coming in so early.
Also,
Mhm.
we're all agreeing to start progging ultimates.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
down. I've wanted to. I haven't put in the work to do it, but I have wanted to.
I'm not against it. I really just
Alright.
want to do the Eden one,
Whew, yeah.
but I also understand that there's no chance I'll be able to do the Eden one, especially if I haven't done any of the others. So
Let's do one. Let's do an ultimate.
You wanted to choose?
whatever the easiest, because that's
We'll start with Coil.
okay.
Okay, let's do Coil.
Yeah, do Coil.
Madrid, you
Are
in?
ultimates considered
No,
just like
I'll do DPS though.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do DPS.
I'll learn how to effectively tank. Oh man, that female Hrothgar art with the gunbreaker. I'm not changing classes. I'm staying as my bunny girl, but
Yeah, we'll see. Yoshi said he gonna slide us a Fantasia.
nope.
I can stack that
Been
on top
with
of the
this
one
character
I'm
for
putting
too long.
yeah.
Not promotional art getting me to change my race. No.
back.
Especially when we got a full suite of graphical updates.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
might not do a race swap, even though I already have that character made. But I definitely want to go in and at least like edit my character the
Yeah.
way she is, and like kind of play around with the skin more, and hopefully did they show anything about new hairstyles?
No.
No,
hairstyle.
they upgraded the hairstyles, but
Yeah, they
that's it.
upgraded. That's the thing. I don't think we're going to get a lot of new options because they're upgrading all the existing options. So instead of doing the additional work on top of that to add more options, I'd rather they put that effort towards like actually upgrading some of the gear that they see as the most popular glamour gear, like actually give those the graphical upgrade because they've shown like job gear with the upgrades. They've shown a bunch of different like materials and textures they've shown.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean the graphical update does look good, but I mean I've
It's
seen
not
like different
like
events
game
where
changing.
they've had like the different hairstyle like submitted by the community type shit, and usually they go through those and work to add some stuff. All I'm saying is the hairstyles I saw there's a couple that I need, especially with that graphical update. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot of the hair looked way better. I'm gonna use a Fantasia potion as soon as this.
Well, no, you don't need to do a Fantasia potion to change your hair.
I might also
Yeah.
change my race. I'm probably gonna change my race again.
You're gonna
I'm
be
basically
You
gotta
want to change
change
the
it.
ginger?
I'm probably gonna go. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna change my ginger. My ginger. Gender. I like being a. I like being. I like making me in the fantasy world.
So what are you going to change your race to?
I might go back to Catboy. I miss being a Catboy.
Not going
I
to try
miss.
and be a bunny boy?
You one of them Limsa cat boys?
No. I'm a. I'm
Nah,
a.
Like, of course, I mean...
I'm a simp for you stole the Catboy.
That's a lot of limbs of Catboys.
Fair enough.
You have not escaped the circle.
Did you
I'm a
ever
dance
get
for
that
you, baby.
minion that you stole, like, in her Black Mage outfit minion?
No. Need to.
Forgot how I got it. It either came with an art book or was just on Mog Station.
Oh, I think it's on Mog Station. Because the ones for I got most of the art books saved for on Amazon, and I don't see you stolen those.
All right. So one of the other things they announced at the Fan Fest was the new job, Pictomancer.
Let's fucking go. Let's
Yeah,
motherfucking
Madrid called
go.
it. Like, it's always the receipts.
We
When
all
Madrid
called it.
Yeah, Jalen was right there.
Yeah, y'all two called it. I can't take
You're
any
right.
credit for calling it in any sense. I was just like, I don't fucking know. Green.
This
Mage?
was less calling it and more of me physically willing it.
I am here for it.
As a Final Fantasy VI enthusiast, I
Mm.
just think Pictomancer is pretty cool, and I like the way, for the most part, that 14 will kind of remix older like jobs and turn them into something different, or at least give them their like a more unique job identity.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Pictomancer is already unique in and of itself, but they made it even fucking cooler by letting you draw weapons and landscapes and
Mhm.
monsters. So it's like that's just cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what that rotation looks like. I'm ready to see just
Also, the community is down bad because they wanted Yoshi P dressed with his middle-aged midriff out for the world to see. And he was like, "Relax."
Look, don't tempt people. You shouldn't have said anything.
Right.
You're right.
You're not wrong.
Let me just.
I mean, he could
this
read the
image.
chat. He was seeing what was being said.
Also true. Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I want to see that rotation because
Yep.
I was like, damn, Viper looks pretty fucking cool. I might have to pick that up. And I'm like,
I mean, that's kind of what we did with
I like
Endwalker.
casters.
I like casters.
Yeah,
Because
I
everybody
wanna say
picked up
Endwalker-
Sage and Reaper.
I want to say I played through Endwalker on my Reaper. Or no, was it Shadowbringers because Reaper was out? I don't remember.
Oh no. I'm still thinking I might play through as Reaper. I mean not Reaper, Viper. Thinking
That's
of going through Dawntrail as Viper.
It's either going to be
I'm gonna see-
Ninja
I'm
or
gonna see-
Gunbreaker.
I want to see what the vibe's talking about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what type of shit I'm on. I'm gonna see how I remix my character. We'll see.
That's fair.
Just get a feel for it.
Yeah, the best. That's a good dilemma though. Like they both seem like really solid options, and with the way they've been making characters more like recently, a lot of those. They're a lot of fun. You know, they're a lot of fun, and they feel good, like haptically, like visually, like the way they like updated those animations. I mean, this one's like really bright with colors for the Pictomancer, and then like the Viper's just like the coolest fucking shit.
Swords that turn into one double-ended sword. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's real fucking cool.
Yeah. You could be on your Zidane Darth Maul shit.
Right?
Mhm.
Like, come on. I need it.
I need it.
All right. So they talked about some of the new areas we're going to be seeing in Dawntrail. They showed Solution 9, which you just got to look it up. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to rock this PvP gear. And we got to, since we were talking about gear in general, they now have two dye channels. So it lets you dye all of
Yes.
one type of material and all of the other type, where previously, like the PvP, you have to get two entirely different sets of armor to be able to dye those different pieces, different colors. But now with the new system, like let's say it's armor with a cape, like you can dye the cape and the fabric parts of the armor, but like the metallic parts you can dye like gold. And so they
That's
showed some example. Yeah, they showed some examples of like just existing gear in the game. They're like, here's some like of the popular gear sets that people want to be able to change, and here's how it looks right now if you dye it, and here's how it's going to look with the update that adds the second channel. And I'm just like, yo,
Yeah. That like all these updates really do a lot for just like player identity because you can be like more
the
creative,
cosplay is about like the glamour.
Yes. Oh,
The cosplay is about to go crazy.
I just need them to hit us with the more glamour plates.
Hmm.
More dresser space.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Drop PS4 support. I don't care at this point. You gotta
Yeah, at this point, goodbye.
Get them out of here.
Don't
you
get.
you up the PC specs. Let's update the console specs.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck
Get outta
it.
here.
You know what I'm saying? Go buy a PS5 to play 14 like I did.
Shit.
All right. You won't regret it because there'll always
Yeah.
be 14.
There'll always
Sure,
be
that's
14.
Sure, there's some great games on the PS5, but who gives a fuck? You want to play 14. Do you know you can feel the difference in your mounts with your controller? A chocobo rides completely differently from a fucking mech, bro. You can really feel it. Oh, bro, have you tried whipping the fucking what's the car? The Regalia? Have you tried whipping the Regalia, bro? I haven't, but I know it feels different. You can feel the tire marks on the grass. You can feel the difference between the grass and the concrete, brother. If you're on PC, you don't give a fuck. So this isn't for you.
No,
And if you're on Xbox,
I got a mouse that lets me press 24 buttons. I'm happy to be here.
I'm sure
That's
that you
I
can
ain't
get that
feel
mouse
shit.
working.
good for you. I can feel the individual blades of grass
Don't give
between
a
my
fuck.
toes.
I'm trying to kill.
What
I'm
we
here
need
killing
is a
shit.
mouse with haptics. That's what we really need
Bro.
to happen.
If I feel like the only company that's going to come out and do it is Logitech. That could come out and do it is Logitech.
No, that seems like a Razer.
Razer don't really do much.
I could see Razer being like, yeah, now our mice and keyboards have haptics.
I don't know. Logitech sound like Razer called y'all a bitch.
Yep. Come on, Logitech. Fuck with us. I fuck with you, so fuck with us.
Sony? But yeah, so they talked, they showed Section 9. They talked about the new beast tribes,
Mm-hmm.
which
There's a
I'm not
bunch
even
of
going to try and pronounce because you couldn't
Come
ask
on,
me to
Dylan,
name
you're a
any
beast
of
tribe.
the beast tribes except like the fairies. But other than that, like
Is that even their name?
is that Jalen? Somebody who knows the beast tribe. Are they actually called the fairies canonically, or
The
Basically,
Fae?
that's what I call them. That's what I call them. But let me check real
Technically, they're
quick.
pixies.
Technically, well, but then also they'll be like, yes, the Fairy King, Tatiana, and it's like Titania, and it's like, I'm pretty sure they're called. I'm pretty sure they're fairies.
I thought they were called
Sylphs.
the Fae.
That's what they are. No, they're literally listed as pixies.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, that was actually right.
Yeah, they're literally licks that has pixie.
I
Fair
was
enough.
joking. Well, clearly it's not important. But there are a shit ton of those beast tribes.
And you should do them. The rewards are good. The EXP is good.
Sure.
I've gotten 2 out of the 3 in Walker Beast Tribe mounts.
Nice.
Yep. Just gotta finish building that nightclub for those rabbits. And,
A nightclub?
Oh, yeah. No, that's the entire plot line of the...
Clubbing way.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
You telling me
Smoking way.
clubbing way isn't trying to smack people?
Base dropping way.
Smoking way.
Drinking
Drinking way.
Drinking way.
Popping
Ecstasy
way.
way?
Dropping way. They just out there. Like, look. Dreaming
Coke in the
way
bathroom
has
way?
a dream.
Snorting
That he-
way. There has to be a stripping way too.
Ooh.
Every single one of them is. Anyway.
Grass wall way. Hookah way? Oh no. Only if you come to Atlanta.
All right. So, for people who enjoyed the Island Sanctuary, they're adding Cosmic Exploration, which is more
going
of
to
that,
space?
what they call lifestyle content to the game.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I need to finish
Me too.
the
Island Sanctuary.
Island Sanctuary, but I was enjoying what I was doing. It was
Yeah.
a nice way to end the night off after doing dailies and
That's
trying to
fair.
grind out fucking this A Realm Reborn relic is ruining my fucking life.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass to get.
I just got fucking lost in Ampador Keep, and I'm like, if I could just knock out Ampador Keep, I can, and the 2 other fucking dungeons I need, I would be done with my 4th book. I'll be almost halfway done with the books. Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's not terrible. The art that they shared they showed the Alliance raid and the normal raid series, and the concept art for both of those just looks
Thick.
absolutely awesome.
Yeah. This expansion's gonna go hard.
And then they announced the new Ultimate Raid, Futures Rewritten. So they went straight from Heaven's Ward to Shadowbringers, which I am not mad at all about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
excited to do the Savages to unlock that Ultimate. All right, it looks like they're doing
We could just do that.
Mhm.
Just knock out those savages real quick, and then they'll be there for us for when they actually come out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not against it.
Mm.
All right, so they talked about there's a new field operation system like Boja and Eureka.
Oh, that's cool.
They haven't talked about exactly what it's going to be yet, but we just know we're getting something else like that. So that's
I
good.
really enjoyed Boja.
The new limited job is Beastmaster.
Pokemon.
Oh, dope.
So that'll be interesting. We talked about the graphical updates. We talked about female Hrothgar. And early April is when we're getting the Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 16 crossover event. So,
You ready for that?
just some more
Get
content
your-
to
get your-
hold us
get your
over to
Torgal
Dawntrail.
mount.
Right, get your Torgal mount and minion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Torgal Mount Minion.
Toggle. Sick 'em.
Hopefully, it doesn't require me to grind out MGP to get it, but I'm willing to.
Yeah.
I did it for the Regalia. I'll do it for Torgal.
I don't wanna.
Heal me, Torgal.
Never told Torgal to do shit.
boy.
Because having your potions and stuff on that D-pad is more useful than telling Torgal
Torgal
to
doesn't
use-
heal well.
Right. Using a
He's
potion
not a healer.
is just a better
It's a
option
DPS trying to
every
learn
time.
how to heal.
Well, damn! Like he's a fucking dog. What do you want from him?
Torgal's a
I'm just
red main.
saying,
I just need him to
I
extend
let
my
him
combos.
do his thing. I don't
Yes,
even have
exactly.
a thing. Like, Torgal's just there.
Torgal doesn't need to heal. Torgal needs to fuck him up like I'm fucking him up.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're probably not taking any damage. Those enemies don't fight back.
That Final Fantasy difficulty it'll show you.
Does it
pain.
change the difficulty or does it just make them harder to kill?
It
with more
changes
health?
the difficulty and it adds more difficult enemies like in. So it'll just be like, here's a chimera. They give you a chimera in an area that did not have a chimera multiple times over the course of the game. So they'll add like mini boss enemies to things that were just regular like
Yeah.
encounters. It's like,
Yeah.
here's a mini boss with this encounter.
You know who doesn't give a fuck about a fucking chimera? My fucking fully charged Zentetsuken. That shit's turning him into sashimi. All right, it's not an issue. And if that don't work, it's gonna get a fucking fully charged Kamehameha, and that's the end of it.
You're done.
Probably not, but I do that 2 more times. It's not a problem. Give him 2 full rotations.
All right.
Like it's 14.
Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Because we pretty much covered what I had for the notes.
I will say, I crossed the Sea of Stars a few days ago.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're glad it won Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That game also just keeps it just kind of keeps going.
It does a couple of times. They're like,
like,
oh, I
all
think I'm
right.
at the end of
All
this. It keeps going.
Here goes this emotional, impactful story moment. I'm going to set up all these things. You're going to do all this stuff. It's like, oh, there's more game. Hey, wait. There's still more game. It's like, okay, all right. I'm gonna keep playing it because it's good.
Right.
I'm not disappointed, but I'm just like, damn, we're not there yet. That's okay. It's cool.
That game does that like 4 times.
I just thought it was. How many more times are you gonna do that to me?
I'm gonna keep mine short. I started playing Resident Evil Village on the Steam Deck. Resident Evil Village is way better than Resident Evil 4. That's a hot take.
Is it really?
To the Resident Evil community, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're just Leon simp.
Yeah.
I think just Leon is easier to simp for than Ethan.
Ethan's well, you haven't seen his face, but Ethan's a great dad.
No, Ethan
We
is the
great dads
Ethan
out
is
here.
the wet dog that needs to stop getting kicked by the narrative. That's Ethan.
That's one thing I like about him, because at one point he's like, why does everyone keep dying around me? And I was like, he is the one Resident Evil character that is just like, what the fuck? And has empathy for everybody.
You don't get used to it. He's the one who didn't get used to it.
Shout out to Ethan. Greatest Resident Evil character.
Wow, that's a spicy take.
Right. Chev is right there.
Sheva got
Friendship. Partners. That's what it was. Partners.
Sheva spent the entire game trying not to be Jill. She got hoed by writing.
I don't
She
know who
deserves
any of
better.
these people are.
We'll see.
Madrid, you should play a Resident Evil game.
You should.
I'm okay. Zombies go straight to my dreams. Straight to them. Like no matter the medium.
They stopped being zombies after Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, they're still zombies though.
Fair enough.
Chris
I'm not gonna have this.
is like, I will put up one bit of resistance, but after that, throw it in the towel.
We're already an hour in. We don't need this argument.
I mean, really, he's right though. They're not like undead, but they're zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Have you watched Psalm 100?
It's so
No.
good.
You should probably watch Psalm 100.
It doesn't sound
You
like
should.
it's gonna be good.
No, it's actually.
Oh no, it's
It's
amazing.
Okay.
It's excellent.
Give that a chance.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a lot of people's anime of the year.
Oh,
last
okay.
year. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
Last year.
With everything that happened last year?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Zom 100. It's on the list. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yes.
It might be actually. Yeah, it is. It's on Netflix.
I know
too.
for sure it's on Crunchyroll.
Tight. Netflix, Crunchyroll. I'm here for it. Okay. Zom 100. I'm giving it a shot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if nobody has any more things they'd like to talk about, this has been a Know It's Good production. Or, well, until next time, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, CheesyControllerPodcast.com. Follow me on Instagram at Anton6 with 2 X's. Chris?
Just go to Discord.
It was funny. We were like, some of the people we encountered during the community day, they were like, hey, can I follow you guys on Instagram? And Chris is like, I'm not on Instagram.
I don't have Instagram. I'm not lying out here. Just go to the Discord.
All right.
Well, I look in here. I found your Instagram. That's not me.
Yeah, I won't follow you back. The last post was 2019.
It's a tall boy with a tall boy. This has to be you.
That's the old me.
So it's you.
All right, Madrid, where can people find you?
X_Spain on the gram.
All right, Jalen.
Squid Bishop on the internet.
All right. This has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Chris. The audio version is edited by Akuma Santi. Till next time, keep it cheesy.